Hello, everyone. So happy to see you at Testflix and welcome to my talk. My talk title today is API First Mindset. We know about it, we can talk about it. Do we embrace it? Embrace it is the question. So I'm here to reignite that revolution of API First Mindset. Few questions. If you automate, where do you automate the most? At which layer in your project? Is it web or mobile or API? Where do you spend the most in debugging the automation scripts? Troubleshooting, debugging, configuring, all of that. Where? Web or mobile or API? Type your answer in the chat. Which of these automation scripts provide the most value or ROI? The ones written for web or mobile or API? In our industry, which automation tools do testers chase first or chase the most? Web or mobile or API? Type out your answer. As most of you have highlighted, unfortunately, it is at the web layer or the mobile layer, right? It is somehow we don't give the due attention at the API layer. Why is that? Think about that. You know the answer. It's not that you don't know the answer, you know the answer. Few problems. This is what we do as an industry. Give so much importance to the UI layer at the cost of giving importance to the API layer. XYZ reasons, N number of reasons. Some of them are these. Goal displacement. Hey, my engineers are good at UI layer automation. So let me push for more UI automation. But the project needs API automation. Yes, I know, I agree, I understand, but my testers are not that skilled. So instead of hiring the right ones or training the people for the right skills, we are automating at the wrong layer because our testers are good at the non-API layer. Skills issue. As testers, the fear of the unknown, we are so used to the web or UI layer that, oh, no UI, how do we even test? So we go with that mindset, which is wrong. See, if you're good at test design, the layer should not matter. If you can design good tests at the UI layer, you can also design good tests at the API layer. So if you feel, no, I cannot, I can understand the fear, it is the first time. Trust me, it is the first time. Slowly you will get better at it. Okay. But then you will have to put in that effort of learning how to test at the API layer. Once you cross that hurdle, you will enjoy it. The market ask. We have testers who are skilled at UI layer alone. They become leads, they become managers, and then slowly that cyclic circle happens that, oh, we talk more and more about UI automation. The industry asks more and more of UI automation. The clients ask for more and more UI automation. Somewhere we need to break this cycle. Because we always get more of what we ask for. So feel free to break that. Why are you so against UI first approach? Slower feedback. There was one project in one of the previous companies where, say, for example, we got the builder on Tuesday morning and we started the automation. To get the automation results, we would have to wait for 24 hours. The next build would come on Wednesday morning. So by the time we got the results, we would have got a new build. If we logged any bugs based on that automation run, developers and any logical person would say, test it on the new build. So what is the purpose of that kind of an automation? Could it have been done faster using API? Yes. Did we need help? Maybe yes. Did the leadership think on these lines? Maybe no. Did the engineers push back that, oh, we'll not do on UI layer because it is not so productive? Maybe no. Are you also one of those engineers who is not pushing back, saying, this is not useful, I'll not do it, we should do it at the API layer? Are you pushing back or are you just accepting and trying to save your job? Think about it. API first mindset is a little easier. It's again just like any skill and mindset. It needs little bit effort, but is worth it. APIs are adaptive, cost effective, developer friendly, efficient, flexible, scalable, lightweight, maintainable, quick, reliable, robust, and they are testable as well. All my dear functional testers who have never touched an API or follow the instructions to the T, saying, oh, take this API, do this change, click on run, and then figure out 200 or error and then file a bug. Just these steps, APIs are a gold mine. Please put in that effort needed to learn API testing and doing API automation the right way. API first, what are the next steps? Everyone should contribute. It's not just the engineers, the automation engineers, or functional engineers, or the tool vendors, or the leadership alone, right? Everyone should fire at 100% cylinder all the time and at the same time, most important. So, how do we do that? Very easy. Leadership. Facilitate automation at the right layer. If you don't ask the right questions, you will continue to get the wrong answers. Let me repeat it. If you don't ask the right questions, you will continue to get the wrong answers. So, measure the right metrics, ask the right questions. It might not be easy on you, it might not be easy on the engineers also, but then cross that. It's okay. First time you ask all these questions, people will not have the right answers, but push for the right answers. Understand the problems of on-ground folks. Why are they struggling? How are they struggling? What do they want? You don't just buy a tool and then give it to the engineers and ask them to automate. Don't do that, please. Functional testers. I know you're super good at exploring the edge cases, corner cases, thinking like an user, all of that. I agree. But at the same time, explore, learn both building an API, learn at least something about building an API, and then as much as possible about testing an API. If you're good at test design, if you can test well at the UI layer, trust me, you can also test the same test, similar test. You can ask this similar good questions at the API layer as well. You just need to cross that hurdle once. I did it. I'm loving it. So think about that. Automation engineers, there is no fun in saying, oh, I automated all this pack and then my hike is this much. Don't do that. Have the courage to say the truth that automating at UI layer for all the cases is counterproductive. I'm not saying there is no automation engineer who doesn't understand this. There are people who understand this. There are people and companies and teams who do automation the right way. That's this message, this PPT, this talk is not for them. It is for them who are subconsciously fooling others in the name of UI automation. Don't do that. It hurts. Okay. Demonstrate the value added API layer. Stop thinking short term, your hike, your award, all of that, and think long term goals. Value reputation more than money. All the tool vendors value the reputation much more than money. Money will follow. But if once you lose the reputation, money will not follow. And say the truth. Maybe everyone is not your customer, and that's okay. Not everyone likes the same product, right? Where you need to automate at the UI layer, And if you are heavy on UI layer automation as a tool, go sell for those kind of customers. Not for those who have like so much of backend systems, end-to-end testing 70-80% possible through APIs itself. Don't try to sell a UI automation tool to them just because you'll make some money. You'll make money, but you'll lose out because people will figure it out. If not today, tomorrow, they'll figure it out. I know you are all striving to solve the right problem, increase that percentage. I'm not saying I'm perfect. What I'm trying to say is, if I can realize that, I know that you all must have realized it much earlier. If not, take this as an opportunity and help people automate at the right layer. Everyone else, please amplify the right voices or noises. Do not attack someone who is trying for the first time. They'll make mistakes. That's okay. That's human nature. Who has not made a mistake? Are we going to be the first person to succeed? No, there'll be more and more people. Or are we the first person to succeed? No, right? There are so many people who have succeeded before us, who have tasted success. Are we the last one to fail? No, there will be people. There will be people who will fail. So why there's so much of noise? Do not follow the crowd. Understand the context more and in depth. Maybe for some, UI first is the way to go. Maybe for most of us, API first is the way to go. So, a quick recap. This is a mindset change, trying to reignite the revolution. You all answered mostly web or mobile here. The current problems, industry, stop pushing for UI first approach. Goal displacement, what you started doing or why you did something is more important than what you're actually doing. Think about the why. Is that the right goal to chase? Skills issue. Just because you don't know something, you are afraid, don't push for UI automation. Learn that skill set. Market ask, as I told, is cyclic in nature. UI first approach leads to slow feedback. Automation scripts, maintenance itself becomes a separate project, and two people are happily maintaining it every day. Don't do that. Change that mindset because APIs are powerful. Everyone should contribute. Leadership, functional testers, automation engineers, tool vendors, and then finally everyone else in the ecosystem. With that, a powerful question, but a real question. Do you have the courage to embrace API first? You don't have to answer to me. You know the answer. I know that you know the answer. Think on those lines. All the best. With that, thank you very much. See you around. Enjoy Testflix. Thank you. Bye.